Archives is a well-known building in CBD, Nairobi. So many people knows it by its color or location. But do you know what's inside that building? Unfortunately, so many people doesn't know what's inside that building. Do you? No, you don't know. So, journey with this lady Purity Aite. Let her show you what's inside that archives building. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel at Explore Culture TV. And don't forget to share my links to your friends. And continue liking to her video. Okay? Thank you. So let's start. The Kenya National Archives and Documentation Service, KNAD, is situated at the edge of Central Business District in downtown Nairobi along Moi Avenue, next to the Ambassador Hotel. Okay, that's the location of the archives. We have the traditional African weapons crafted from iron, copper, brass and wood that include diverse array of spears, swords, daggers, axes, and shield, often serving as a functional tool for hunting and welfare and a symbol of status, prestige, or political power. Okay? Now you know that. So, because in today's episode we'll talk about the traditional weapons that were used in our community, huko kitambo, we'll be seeing some of the weapons that communities zetu zilitumia. Okay, so hata tuone some of the communities that used the weapons, the reason they used that weapons, kama ina symbolize anything in their community, I'll tell you that. Okay. So, traditional Kenya weapons deeply rooted in culture heritage. And that includes the spear, the bows, arrows, shield, and rungu. Often, they are crafted. Okay? They are crafted from iron, wood, and animal hide from communities like the Maasai, the Kamba, and the Kalenjin. Okay? These tools, the weapons now, serve as a dual purposes for hunting or protection or used in ceremonies, and it also symbolizes prestige and identity in that particular community. Okay? So in today's episode, at least we look at the Ethiopians weapons that were used huko kitambo, the Turkana weapons, the Luo weapons, the Luya weapons, the Maasai weapons, and some of the Congo Zaire weapons and some of the Somali weapons. So stay tuned, okay? Let me start by the Ethiopians weapons. The shield, they were often made of hippo or rhino hide, formed, sometimes having a decorative bumps worked while it was still soft. Okay, it has some little bumps, ilikuwa imetengenezwa kama bado iko soft. And ceremonial swords were also carried by guards and were symbols of honor. Msikia hapo, the swords were symbol of honor after awarded to men by the imperial of merit in the battle or other activities. So they had the shield and they had the sword. Okay? Can you look at the Turkanas? The Turkanas warrior narrow shield are made of animal hide. That include the giraffe and the buffalo. Wow. The Ethiopians are made from hippo and rhinos. The Turkanas are from giraffe and buffaloes. Wow. As well as from metal drum. Some have ostrich feathers at the top. That's fantastic. That's about the shield. And their spears have long shafted with the leaf-shaped blade huko juu. Spears zao ni mrefu alafu huko juu inakaa leaf shape. That's about the Turkanas, okay? Let's see how the Luo weapons were. The Luo shield were made of patches of cow hide. Wow, so this one is cow. They were made of patches of cow hide with a skin strip and thongs, sealed, okay, sealed with honey, blood, and wax. They were wooden, rim, and handle. So they were used in fighting as well as ceremonies like the Tere Buru, which is performed after the burial of an elder. So their shield, it was a symbol of ceremonial symbol because it was used kwa hizo ceremonies za Tereburu. Okay? And their spears were also sharp-ended and leaf-shaped at the end, pale at the top. The Luya shield were often made of hide from the hippopotamus, okay, with a wooden handle. Mkono za shield zao zilikuwa wooden. The spears were also leafy shaped with a long wooden craft. Let's see the Maasai. These are the community imeweka hiyo culture yao ya hizo weapons zao till now. So let's see them. The legendary process of the Maasai warrior were known as and feared throughout the East Africa. Okay? Traders had to pay the Maasai with a large quantity of border, cloths, and important iron spears to cross to their land. Ilikuwa kama exchange. The Maasai shield were usually made from the buffalo hide and decorated with natural vegetable dyes. Wow. The simi is a long-bladed dagger kept in a leather shield. Kale kakisu kama Maasai watembeanga nako. Do you know that? Mpaka sahi, most of the Maasai bona watembeanga nako kakisu on the other side. Kamewekwa kwa ngozi. Huwezi ona, but kanakwanga kamewekwa one of their side. And the rungus is famous known with the hide usually made from the root or tree, so that it is extremely hard. Kale karungu Maasai ni kanga the other side. The original the real Maasai akosang that simi, that a small knife, and that rungu. Simi on the left or on the right, and another one on the right or on the left. When atamua is haina specific at the simi should be kept on the right and the rungu on the left, no? Ni choice ya the Maasai kufikiria ataweka wapi. The senior warrior spears have fine, graceful blade with only a tiny wooden shaft between the two. So, between the two middle parts, the senior warriors, their weapons ilikuwa tofauti with the junior warriors. Yao ilikuwa wooden shaft between the two metal parts. Okay? That's about the Maasai. Let me take out kidogo. Let's look at the Congo ceremonial daggers. Daggers with carved blades and the wooden hilt were carried by the Bakuba King Zaire. Kitambo, DRC was called Zaire. So those daggers were carried by the kings only. And that was King Zaire. Okay? They were shown or danced during the royal ceremonies. When not in use, they were displayed in a royal chamber. Okay? Special royal dagger had elaborately covered or inlaid hilts. They were kept in covers of hand-woven raffia or the palm fiber. So, hapa these daggers, the kings were the only one who were allowed to carry it because ilikuwa ina symbolize royalty. Okay? Let's see about the Somali kidogo. Somali dagger and belt. The Somali dagger most often have a hilt that is inlaid with a metal. Let me say from copper or brass or iron, and sometimes combined with ebony wood. That's their dagger. And the belt were made from camel hide, often with elaborate pattern and geometrical design. So those are the weapons that were used in some of the communities. I can look, or we'll look later about other communities. But today we have looked at the Kikuyu, not the Kikuyu, the Kamba. We have looked at the Maasai, the Luo, the Luya, the Congo, the Somali, and the Ethiopians. So maybe other time we'll look about the Kambas and some other communities outside Kenya. Okay, so thank you for listening in today's episode, and continue subscribing to this channel to make it grow. Thank you.